for the UK schools. Okay, so for the 6 schools in the UK and Ireland. Yeah? And then we have a separate academic team that manages all the teaching teams and the academic teams. And you'll meet the academic teams tomorrow in our campus in Greenford, okay? And you're given an overview of the academic side of things there tomorrow. So today I'm going to give you a general overview of English Path, introduce you to English Path, our company, how we work, and an overview of not the detail of each campus, because you're going to go and see, or most of you are going to go and see quite a few of the campuses, so you'll get the detail there. But just a general overview, because you're not all going to see everything. And then we'll focus a little bit more on Canary Wharf and what we do here. This is, Serena. You've met her this morning. Serena's our business development manager for the UK and Ireland. And we're both very privileged to work in this campus. This is our campus, this is our office. And as you've probably kind of got the impression, I hope that it's a lovely campus and a very nice place to work. Right? We very much enjoy it here. There are lots of little highlights and benefits for us that we also share with our students. And Serena is fantastic at sharing those with the students and making sure they know what's going on in the campus. But we'll talk a little bit more about Canary Wharf afterwards. First, I'll give you an introduction to English Path. Once we've given you all the presentations and spoken a lot, then of course, please feel free to ask any questions that you might have. And then once we've done that, we'll have plenty of time to, we'll give you a campus tour, and then if you want time to take extra videos and photographs, there's going to be plenty of time to do that as well. Okay, we've got banners up. You'll find in your files as well, there's also a social media script. So if you want to produce something for Instagram or TikTok or whatever you use, there are some hints and tips there about the kind of things that you can say specifically about this campaign. So I'm recognizing faces now. Oh, Mitzi. Yeah. So there's some hints and tips about what you might like to produce if you want to do that. So there's plenty of time for that today. If you want Serena and I to be in a video, we're happy to help. If that helps you, we're happy to do like a quick welcome video if you want. And then once we've done all that, we will go to Greenwich. So we're on the east side of London today, and Greenwich is definitely the highlight of this part of town, if you know. Lots of history, which I hope you'll enjoy. There's some British history there, and there's, again, in your folder, there's some information about Greenwich and what you can do. There's lots and lots, but we can talk about that a bit later on. I know some of you might have some housekeeping to do. I don't know if any of you wanted to get a phone charger. Other people might need some support. We'll help you. We'll come to Greenwich with you and we'll point you in the right direction of which shop you can buy things in. So if you need any support with anything that you need to buy while you're here, please don't hesitate to let us know. Sorry, Serena and me know. And we can support you with that one. Greenwich is the best place because that's where there's more shops and so we can sort you out then, okay? All right, good. I know when you travel and you forget something, it's like, oh my goodness, where can I buy this, that? So we can help with that. Okay, so I'm going to,
GPS. That's why we've got GPS on the walls and lots of English Path as well. So our classrooms are spacious like this.
Today. Not great, is it? It's a bit grey today. I think it's supposed to be sunny later. Maybe you'll be lucky. This is called the building is called the Republic. So this building is actually called the Republic, and we share this space with other academic providers and universities. Okay, but we'll talk a little bit about that. Most importantly, what a lot of you were asking me last night was about English Path and who is English Path and what's GBS and how does this all fit in? So let me explain a little bit to you about who we are and how our company has grown a lot recently. So it started out in the UK as GBS, Global Banking School, with campuses in London, Birmingham, Manchester and Leeds. And then towards the end of the pandemic, English Path was introduced into each campus. we have a language school within each campus. And English Path has grown a lot and rapidly since then. So obviously, well, I say we did start in the UK, but actually the first school to operate and function and welcome students was Dubai, was EP Dubai. So that was the first one to welcome students. But of course, we'd set up already here in London as the headquarters. So we have English Path now across several continents, and lots of more exciting destinations to come very soon. So that's English Path. And then we have GBS in the UK, providing domestic students, not international students, domestic students, higher education programs. GBS in Dubai and Malta as well. So they do provide higher education programs for international students. And that's complemented by the English Path in each of those campuses as well. So we have EP Malta, EP Dubai, GBS Dubai, and GBS Malta. Okay. And then a lot of these, the rest of these lovely logos are very new. They're really just very recent, only in the last 6 months mainly. So a lot of acquisition has been going on within the company. The wider company is called Gedu. So we are all part of Gedu. Yeah? And originally when I first started, and I've only been here 2.5 years, so you can imagine, when I first started it was just English Path and GBS. So a lot's happened in 2.5 years. And so we have a lot of different providers now under the Gedu umbrella, including Schiller. You may be familiar with Schiller University, an American university. So they have campuses in Florida, Paris, Heidelberg, and Madrid. And also another exciting, well, they're all very exciting, but another interesting one is the Australian Performing Arts College that's just been acquired. So this is a higher education provider in Brisbane, but we will follow the model there and we will put English Path into the campus. So that's what will happen there. And the same thing will happen, so MLA is in Plymouth, and then there's also 2 universities now in Paris as well. And eventually English Path will be rolled out into those destinations too. And maybe, who knows, we'll teach French in Paris or Spanish in Madrid. Okay? So you can imagine there's a lot of potential and there's a lot of growth within the company. We also offer apprenticeships with Metagedu, so that's another brand there. So there's a lot going on, and that will continue to be the case, and we continue to grow. Okay, next one. Yeah, that's the one, thank you. Okay, so this is just to put it on the map, if you like, so you can see, where we are, so you can see all the destinations. So along with our adult programs, of course, we have young learner programs too. And then coming soon in blue, sorry, I'll just go around here. So you can see across the world, we have English Path Toronto, that's our newest school. And then obviously, as I mentioned, Florida and Schiller will come very soon. Then we have the UK, I'll come back to the UK in a minute. All the ones I've talked about there in Europe, which is Schiller, Malta and Dubai, okay? And then Brisbane as well coming soon. In the UK, in Toronto, the UK, Malta and Dubai, we also have the adult schools, but we also have the young learner programs, so a combination there. And then this is my baby. This is me, and this is what we're here to focus on. Okay, so we've got all our campuses in the UK. So as I mentioned, we have the 2 campuses here in London, so East London and then West London. And then we've got Birmingham in the Midlands, Manchester, Leeds, and lovely Dublin as well. Okay, so those are the schools for the UK. All really important cities, the major cities of the UK, and all very good university cities. That's what they're most renowned for. All of them have excellent higher education providers, and that's why one of the reasons why we're there as well. Okay, and each of those is a GBS campus. So it's the ones that you will see are like this: the GBS campus with an English Path school inside those facilities. Was there one before, the one about why choosing? Okay, sorry, just going in a different order. So, just some reasons to focus on why choosing English class as a language school. So, you can see the variety in destinations, but obviously that means variety in products as well in terms of adult courses, young learner programs as well, and of course study and work options. Fortunately, that's not something we can have it here in the UK, and we're very jealous that that isn't an option for us anymore. But we do have those options. If you have students that are looking to work, then obviously there are alternatives such as Malta, Dubai and Dublin. But yeah, as you all know, visa restrictions don't allow that in the UK. What that does mean is we have a different type of student, an equally important student, but a much more focused academically student. That's the result of that. Yeah. So coming for longer periods of time with a goal, slightly more demanding student, if you like, because they really have that focus. The focus isn't on work and fun in the sun and all that kind of thing. It's very much more an academic focus for us here in the UK, and we can see that difference in the profiles of students in the schools as well. I've already spoken about the locations and the facilities, as hopefully you will see over the next week. You will see the quality of the facilities that we're able to offer our students. As Serena said, really lovely, spacious classrooms. Because they're designed for higher education, it means that the GBS classes are larger, but ours is still only 15, as you would expect from a typical language school. So it means that this space is for them, and there's 15 students in a class like this. It's like, whoa, lovely.
I have a question. The student, they can work as a volunteer?
Some volunteering programs can happen, yes. We won't say they work. No, they can't work, but they can volunteer. Yeah, there are.
But it's easy to find those kind of job, or
it is easier, yes. We work with an agency that supports us with that, finding volunteer programs. So yes, that is possible.
Okay.
Yeah.
I have one question. Sorry, maybe this is stupid, but in Ireland it's just English, right? It's not like a business program or anything.
It's not a business program, no. It's a general English programs, but they can study and work in Ireland. Yeah. Okay. So and you can, well, like I said, the facilities as well. You'll see those, and we'll highlight the facilities in this campus shortly. We offer all our students a masterclass program. This is a free added value, if you like. It's a program. We'll give you an example, and I'm sure you'll get examples over the next week. It's a program of online classes. They're not English classes, but we do divide them into different topic areas. So it might be focusing on your career and CV skills, for example, or interviewing skills, or an introduction to business management. And these are all led by different members of our team. The irony, I lead one on presentations. Don't judge me. So giving a presentation. So there are all sorts of different team members that get involved, and we offer it for free for all our students across all campuses. We do it by Zoom, and every student that is of B1 level or above can join us on a Thursday afternoon. So it's a good, we have to time it carefully so we can get Dubai, Toronto, we can get everybody in, but we managed to find a time that suits everybody. So we focus very much on the academic excellence. As I said, tomorrow you will meet Mary, our global head of academics. She manages all the academic teams, and she'll give you a lot more detail about the academic side of things tomorrow. But obviously, as I mentioned here in the UK, the focus is very academic, so progress, tutorials, helping students assess how far they've come and how much further they've got to go in terms of their English language journey, if you like. Like I said, also career support services, CV writings and so on, career guidance. This is particularly in the countries where we offer work and study. So for example, in Dubai and Malta. Not something that we do so much for here in the UK, but we do support students, because a lot of our students might be looking at higher or further education in the UK. So then we support with things like writing their, what do you call the CV? No, for university application.
Cover letters? Cover letters?
Personal statement, thank you. Thank you. Personal statement for university university applications, for example. So we support with higher education applications, perhaps more than job applications. Unless somebody is going to, for a job interview in their own country, when they go home and they want to improve their interview skills or whatever, then we would support with that too. Social program. So the social program is a really important part of what we do. The social program is necessary, particularly on arrival in a country. So whichever country you go to, this doesn't make a difference. I think if students know that if their day is planned and they have a nice activity, so the morning is very structured on arrival. So students have an induction, we welcome them, they go to their class. And then in the afternoon, we offer the social activities. I think that's really important, so they have something to do, somewhere to go, and then they know they're going to be with people from the school. So we have a social program activity every day. We have 2 activities running as well, particularly in the summer months when it's busy, and we need to cover all the different types of students, different ages, different interests, and obviously we have a larger volume of students. We're very lucky, as I'm sure you can imagine, in London to offer a social program that can be really economic. And we can do a lot of free activities in London that are interesting and fascinating and educational at the same time, that we can offer for free. There are so many different places that we can go and events going on. So we make suggestions and we offer like I said, a daily program with the student services team, or occasionally with a teacher as well. So it's a mixture of my team and the academic team as well, supporting with that. We'll give you an example of a social program in a bit. Survey of our student satisfaction. So we work really, really hard to get our student feedback. Student feedback is really, really important to us. Or it's important to us, it's important to me, because it's a way, you can imagine if I'm across 6 schools, I need to know what's going on in each school. And student feedback is the key to that. So I can very, very quickly see where there's a problem. What was that student doing? So we assess very regularly our students. So they have first week feedback, they have end of course feedback. We also do focus groups. So every quarter, each school will have a topic, and they will sit down with their students and talk to them about, for example, accommodation, and get the feedback from those students. We do a small group, get them some donuts, some tea and biscuits, and ask them some questions about their accommodation experience. And that helps inform us to improve our service, where the weak points are, where our strengths are, what we're doing, have we covered everything that students are looking for. So things that we'll do a focus group on: accommodation, social program, the academic side of things. And that's just on my side. And then on the academic side as well, they're also constantly assessing and reviewing and getting feedback about the courses and so on. Okay? So there's a lot of feedback going on, and it's very powerful and very useful. Student experience managers. So this year we've introduced something called our EPIC experience. And this is to push the student experience even further. So we're rolling out a series of, how can I best describe it? Perhaps like touch points, moments in the student's journey to help make that experience a much more positive one and a memorable one. So, for example, one of the things we're doing now is on the first day, every good school will do an induction and welcome their students and tell them about their new environment and explain things. We've taken that a step forward and we do a pre-arrival induction via Zoom or Teams. So we get all our students together that are coming in that month. They meet with their local team that they're going to meet on their first day, and we start giving them information about the school. Depending on the size of that group, we will also open it up to questions and answers. So if it's a small group, they're free to ask the team any questions they might have. And also from our side, it helps us manage expectations. And we're just starting to roll it out, and I can't tell you the feedback that I've had from it has been fantastic, a really positive experience from the students' point of view, and also from the teams in the schools, because when a student arrives on a Monday morning, they're not a stranger, they've already met them. Kind of like this morning with you, I met you last night, and you're not strangers anymore. I know, I recognise most of you. And I think that's a really, really positive experience, a different angle on it, that when the student comes into the school on their first day, they're not going in cold. Yeah, they've already had a little introduction, and also the team feel more confident, which is really nice feedback. I wasn't expecting that. They were like, oh yeah, it was great. Oh, good. So it works both ways, which is really nice. So look out for more information about our EPIC experience. That's what we're really focusing on, the student experience. Yes, so we also now have EP online. So not only do we have the face-to-face, of course we have an online provision as well. We'll give you some more details about that. And students can get discounts if they then want to continue, once they've finished their course with us, if they want to continue studying after that, okay? And of course, the access to higher education, not here in the UK, but in Malta and Dubai and in other countries, the access to higher education is there, and the steps, the pathways through are available, okay? Great. Okay, so just a summary of the courses. This is across all campuses. Okay, so not just here. Especially not here in Canary Wharf. One thing I probably haven't mentioned, but Canary Wharf is special because we only offer courses to students aged 30 or above. Yeah, so this is the mature campus. So that's why it's slightly different here. But across all campuses, obviously, General English is still the most popular program. You know, we're always trying to innovate and bring new ideas, and our partners tell us the students are looking for new things. But General English is the one that is still selling and is the most popular. It says AM that we have morning and afternoon programs. Exam preparation, of course, we offer IELTS preparation is the most popular, but the Cambridge exams as well, but not quite as popular as they used to be. It really is IELTS now that people are looking for. And then some pockets of TOEFL, TOEIC, some of the other exams as well. The study and work programs, as I mentioned, available Dubai, Malta, Dublin. Pathway programs is a program in development, so that's something that's coming. But I believe Pathway is possible in Malta already. I think they do a foundation program now.
Georgia as well, hopefully in the future.
Okay, great. I'm going to run into. Business English, so of course that's something that we offer here in Canary Wharf, being so business focused. So business English is available, but it's available in all campuses as well. And we're very flexible. If there's demand and students wanted, then we can, it's not difficult for us to open a different program for them. We also now have professional certificates in business management, sustainability, leadership and digital marketing essentials. They're running primarily in Dubai and going very well as well, so that's great to see. We offer programs for groups. We do a lot of group programs across all campuses as well. And in the UK, in terms of the adult courses, our groups tend to be teachers. We do a lot for teachers. So we have large groups of teachers coming to us. I'm just trying to think. And then smaller, university age students as well, smaller groups coming in too. Leeds is very popular for groups. And young learners, obviously, maybe coming in groups across all campuses. And the volunteering, there you go.
I have one question before going to the job program. That Pathway program is going to have agreements with other institutions?
Exactly, yeah. So that's something that we're rolling out. It's very popular, as you know. You don't need me to tell you how popular that program will be. And then, sorry, let me just switch it on. Is everything running smoothly with the fam trip, she's asking? Yes? Yes. Okay, great. So the young learners, my colleague, our colleague that you met yesterday, Romina is the head of young learners, and she will give you more information about the young learner programs. I can give you a very brief overview, but obviously you can see that we offer the general English programs, but we also offer more specialised, more interesting courses for the young learners. So all the well, I mean, arts and drama is very, very popular. Obviously, the sporting activities as well. So the football camp, and then the newer ones, the sustainable living and the be your own boss, like future leader, that kind of thing, are also offered on the young learning programs. Different campuses, different locations offer different programs. For young learners, they run all year round because we have Dubai and Malta. It's really popular. Dubai just and Dublin as well. Yeah. But for the winter time, obviously, because here in the UK it's mainly summer. In the winter, all the young learners go and have a lovely time in Dubai in the sunshine. Okay. Just a summary of all the levels. There's no surprise there. We offer all levels. I don't know, I think as a result, mainly of YouTube, thanks to YouTube, we see a huge difference in the level of English. So we don't get so many students at this end of the scale anymore, rarely. It's much higher up, and I swear that's because people are social media, people are much more exposed to English language, even more than TV or the, I think that's what it is. And young learners are coming in with much higher levels of English. I think it's post-COVID, too much time on YouTube. I have an 11-year-old, I know how much time we spend on it. I'm sure this has an effect on the level of it. So there's a positive thing for YouTube, right, and for social media, but definitely much more up this end of the scale. Hope YouTube won't be putting us out of business.
Or AI.
Or AI. Too much technology. But this, talking about social media, but joking apart, that's why you're here, right? To get a feel for the schools, and that face-to-face experience is unique, it's different, and that's what we're focusing on. So that's why we look at things like EPIC and focusing on the student experience, because you can't get that through YouTube or AI yet. Was that masterclass?
After levels, it was yes.
Okay, yeah. Yeah, so I mentioned masterclass, so the program of talks that we do, and perhaps this just helps you understand it a little bit better, so you've got all the different topics that are covered. And like I said, some of it's language-based, some of it's career-focused, some of it's skill-focused. So this is the free program that we offer once a week to all our students. So now we're going to just go through each campus, so I can just give you a quick overview. I don't want to give you too much detail because you're going to see them, and just a quick overview. So this is the lovely campus here that you've already seen this morning. We'll just skip this one because I'll do Canary in a minute. We'll talk about Canary Wharf. Okay, so Greenford is West London, so the other side of London. It's our headquarters for the whole company, so that's where everybody, most of the very, very important people are based. And it's a big campus, and it's a lovely campus, and I'm sure you'll enjoy visiting it tomorrow. And it's our biggest UK school. So Birmingham in the Midlands, I know you're all going to Birmingham on Wednesday. Yeah, Wednesday morning you're up to Birmingham. So this is a lovely new campus, right in the centre of the city. So in London we're kind of at the edges of the city, but in Birmingham we are city centre, 3 minutes from the main train station in Birmingham. So it's a fantastic location and a ultra new building in Birmingham. So I'm sure you'll enjoy the visit there. And when you go to each school, they'll give you more local information. So that's Birmingham.